For more than 50 years, David Ligare has exquisitely crafted paintings that seem like reincarnations of the spirit of Classicism. These works incorporate an evocative visual language inspired by greco-roman mythology, art, and culture. The paintings included in Ligare's current exhibition, entitled Elements, echo the graceful elegance of classical ideals of balance, restraint, and geometric proportion that the artist views as timelessly relevant.
Foundational myths and philosophy from ancient Greece, and additionally ancient Rome, have elements that underlie and inform our contemporary life. One of the essences of Classicism, or foundational thought, is this idea of the balance between opposites, between order and chaos, between life and death. We think of symmetry as being a balance between equal elements. In fact, for symmetria, it's the balance between unequal elements. And it's the foundation for the whole idea of the integration of the different parts, the diverse parts of the human body, for instance, and nature, and man's relation to nature. When I was first asked to do an exhibition at Llewellyn Gallery, one of the things that came to mind was a painting of a rock. There's a singularity to the idea of a single rock like that. It becomes a very sort of totemic image, and I think of it as a kind of a summing up of so many of the other ideas that I have worked from for the last 40 plus years. The initial inspiration was the diver's tomb in Paestum in southern Italy. It was a Greek painting that was done in about the 4th century BC. And the painting of a diver on the diver's tomb, it's a representation of the idea of going from one element into another, from air into water, and from life into death. In this one, I wanted to make him just touching the water. So he is just at that moment of passing from one element into the other. My figure paintings are more specifically narrative. The falling man, Icarus, was inspired by my thinking about the dangers of our dependence on modern technology. In the Greek myth of Icarus, the young man is given wings made of wax and feathers in order to escape from the island of Crete where he has been held captive. He was told not to fly too high because the sun would melt the wax and he would fall. He did not heed the advice and fell into the sea. In my painting of Pandora, she holds a box similar to the box in Hegeso's lap, but rather than holding jewelry, it has let escape all of the evils of the world. And the only thing remaining is hope. When I started my project of trying to reintroduce Greco-Roman classicism into the contemporary art world back in about 1979, I decided that I was going to do three things. I was going to make paintings that were figure paintings, make paintings that were landscapes, and also do still lifes. But I didn't want to just have the still lifes be formal arrangements of objects, fruit, or whatnot. In ancient Greece, Xenia was a food gift that was given to strangers that came to your house, in other words, house guests. A lot of people think of classicism as being authoritarian and having no connection to our life now. I really believe that the opposite is true. There's so much in our life, aside from the words that we use. It's a foundational culture, and all of Western culture really comes out of ancient Greece.